Until now, I have explored the domains of Mellow Hills, Heaven's Peak, and Evernight Forest. Also, I have completed 13 evil deeds that increased my corruption by 55%. Before I start exploring the domain of the dwarfs, I will complete the third and last evil deed that is about killing peasants. The best places that you can find enough peasants to help you complete the enemy of mankind deed are the village of Spree, the city of Heaven's Peak, and the camp outside the city. After a couple visits in these places, you will manage to kill 500 peasants and immediately increase your corruption by 15%. The reason I completed this evil deed at this point of the game is because later on at the village of Spree there won't exist so many villagers and it would take much more time to reach the 500 killings. So I suggest to complete it at the early stages of the game if it's possible. The Golden Hills domain is probably the most challenging in the entire game. You will fight against 4 kinds of opponents, with each one of them having different powers and weaknesses. The dwarfs are powerful warriors in melee and ranged combat and can sustain a lot of damage, especially if they are boosted with beer. The first of them are the ones equipped with flamethrowers, cause not only they will wipe your horde in a couple seconds, but also Overlord himself. Before I continue, I want to mention that killing the slave elves is part of the next evil deed, so do not forget to do it. The slugs are like the vermins in halfling homes. They will attack you once you approach them, but if you keep your distance, they will focus on killing the dwarfs. They are pretty weak, but their true power is that they won't stop spawning until you close their hole. The first evil deed that can be completed in the Dwarfland has to do with killing 10 elves. The first that you will find are the ones I showed you before, and the 5 that seek for your help. Killing both of these groups will let you complete the Destroyer of Elves deed, which will increase your corruption by 5%. You should be aware that the ghosts in Evernight Forest doesn't count, so do not forget to kill 10 slave elves in Golden Hills, cause you won't be able to complete this achievement once you explore the entire domain. The third opponent you will face in this domain are 2 huge golems. The first one can be killed with your minions and your spells, but the second one is so powerful that the game gives you an alternative way to kill it. If your only goal is to complete the game and you don't care about increasing or decreasing your corruption, then you could skip the Glittering Mine. Have in mind though that inside it you can collect plenty gold to do all the forging and tower customization you may want. Again, the evil deed that can be completed inside the Glittering Mine is connected with the imprisoned elf slaves. In order to be accomplished, you have to feed the slugs with the elves by opening their cell. You should know that killing the slugs and then the elves by yourself don't count, so be patient and wait until one of the slugs go towards their cell. Once it kills the first elf, you will complete the evil deed and increase your corruption by 5%. Back to what I was saying, the fourth and last opponent in Golden Hills are some creatures that look like armadillos made out of rock. Their attack is similar to Melvin's. Once they see you, they will start rolling towards you, and the only way to defeat them is to let them hit a wall and turn upside down. In Golden Hills, the game, apart from the new opponents, introduces a new mechanism as well. In order to proceed from one area to another, you will have to break the closed doors with bombs. Usually 2 to 3 bombs will be enough. Remember though to keep your horde away from the blast, cause it will kill them instantly. One other tip that will probably help you throughout this domain is to tank the damage from the explosive arrows of the dwarf archers, cause they are deadly for all your minions but your browns. This part of the domain may look irrelevant at first, but it isn't, since it unlocks the last domain of the game, the Ruborian Desert. Until you reach the Mother Goddess statue, you will have to fight with a lot of dwarfs and rock armadillos. The former will help you kill the enormous golem that protects the statue. Gnar's plan will not only help you to unlock Ruborian Desert, but also locate the thief you previously met at the Mother Goddess Temple and eventually capture her. After you explore the construction site, it's time for the most dangerous part of Golden Hills, the brewery. In there, the dwarfs are more powerful because of the beer, but once you close the supply, things become easier. One thing I noticed is that the game at Golden Hills tests very much your skills to guide your minions in specific places while the dwarfs try to kill them, or to sweep them through complicated routes. In both cases, the chance of losing minions exists, so try to be very focused. By the way, inside the brewery, I suggest to bring a lot of brown minions with you, cause as you already know, they are the best for melee combat, and they also have more chances to survive an explosive arrow from the archers at the lower level. Once you collect the beer kettle, the gates for the next area will open. Before you try to go inside the castle to fight Goldo and his beast, you should take some time to explore the area across it, where you can find a tower missing object and the Arcanium mine, where the last smelter is located. The best way to explore the mine is from the end to the start. First, kill the slug's mother and the dwarfs near the lava pits. Next, the magma beetles that are near the missing spellstone. And for last, leave the flamethrowers in front of the smelter. For them, I highly recommend to use a domination spell or send one minion to distract them and the rest to attack them from the back. Once you collect the Arcanium smelter, I highly recommend to take some time and forge new equipment, since you probably have the necessary gold. Inside the stronghold, you should be very careful, cause you will fight against archers, bombers, flamethrowers, and warriors as well. Against the flamethrowers, you can always use the nearby bombs if you don't want to risk the safety of your minions. In order to defeat the 4 flamethrowers inside royal halls, I suggest to use only red minions to carry the bombs near them, since they cannot die from the fire. The only thing that is left after you kill them is to carry a huge sack with gold to the tower gate and rearrange your horde for the battle with Goldo. In order to defeat him, you should send a couple minions towards him, then reach his back with the rest of your horde and hit him there. Once he is at half health, he will lose control of Rolly. After he crashes into a column or a wall, you should send your minions to his back, destroy Rolly and finish Goldo as well. When the battle is over, the last evil deed available in Golden Hills will become available. The game will make you choose between a sack with gold, or to put it better, an enormous sack with gold, and the fate of the elven race. Of course, if you want to increase your corruption and come one step closer to the Evilest, all you have to do is to send some minions, carry Goldo's Hoard to the nearest tower gate. Once you pick up the gold, the evil deed will be completed and your corruption will be increased by 10%.
The elven race would be wiped from the face of this land. Master, this place is collapsing. It's the gold or the elves. Very good, sire. Now get yourself out of there.
In my next video, I will complete the remaining evil deeds and the game in general. As always, at the end, I show you how the sky on top of the tower looks like, and also the difference between Overlord himself with 90% corruption and 0% corruption with equipment from the Arcanium smelter. I hope you enjoyed my third video for the Evilest. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching, guys.